Hi everybody, my name is Dan and this is my channel, Chinook RC. Welcome and thanks for tuning in. It's my first video, so we'll see how it goes. Apologize for the background, dirty little garage door, but it's what I got right now. We'll work on that in the future. Little thing about this video, I figured I would go through my car for the 2024 Poor Boys RC Speed Run Challenge. A few guys have been doing that online, so I figured I would give it a shot as my first video for my channel, first official video. We got some videos up obviously of the runs, but figured, you know, we'll start somewhere with a channel video, and this is going to be it. So a little history actually first. My first RC car I bought in 1984 was a Marui Hunter, and I've been gotten in and out RC ever since. So done a lot of racing and stuff, a little bit of scale, a little bit of airplanes, a little bit of boats, all sorts of things. So currently though, we're doing this and having a lot of fun. So obviously it's an MF-01X. What I've done, I've got Carmen Ghia body obviously on it. And then we'll go through some setup, how my car is set up. I've got an Energy setup board from back in my touring car days and pan car days. So that's what I've been using. And where do we start? Let's see. My car actually handles really well. Drives really straight. A few things. It took the heavy duty Tamiya servo saver upgrade to get it to do that. The other one was way too much slop. My servo is a Spectrum S6040 if I remember right, which is titanium geared, so it's rock solid. And then with the upgrade to the servo saver, it goes straight as can be. And the videos, like especially the last one, if you see that where I did over 50 miles an hour, that was no steering input whatsoever. It just drives straight. So it's working really well. And a couple things for that, I think, might be my chassis setup as well. So you can see I've got the setup gear on here for the board, and I've got some samples here. So my chassis, I don't know if you can see, but my rear springs, I've got short springs on the back. These are Tamiya TRF shocks. So I've got short springs on the back and medium springs on the front. And the rear springs are, this is Tamiya 53571, short, extra hard. That's my rear springs. That's what I'm running there. And then the fronts, I don't have the card for those right now, but they're touring car spring, and I believe they're hard, I think, just a straight hard. So a little bit softer in the front, real stiff in the back. And then it's hard to see right now with the setup wheels on it, but I've got this as a sample. This is my rear ride height right now, and this is basically my front ride height. So I've got roughly 13 millimeters of front ride height and 3 millimeters of rear. So I don't know if a lot of guys set them up this way or not, but it's the way I do it for this. And what that does, it tilts the front of the front up, back down. And then if you can see on there, I've got about 6.5 degrees of caster. So what that does is leans my kingpins back, and that creates stability with your front. You know, that doesn't steer as sharp either. You know, that's, you know, if you go look at a drag car, even an action off-road buggy, they do that with off-road buggies, and it's all for stability. So that's how I've got that. So yeah, so it's about 13 millimeters of front underneath the gearbox and 3 millimeters under the back, and seems to be working really well. Full ball bearings. Other than that though, it's pretty much stock. I've got all the stock gearing in the gearbox. I haven't chewed up any gears yet, knock on wood. I've been doing the ludicrous thing, so right onto the idler, I'm bypassing the reduction part. And I think I'm running a 24 tooth pinion right now. I do have some bigger ones, but it seems to be going okay. So in this last little bit of the challenge, I'll be monkeying around with that a bit, but I do have to do some dremeling to get the bigger pinions in there. So we'll see how that works. Tow out, I've got 1.5 degrees of tow out up front. The back is stock, so there's a bit of towing at the back. What else do we got? Our tires. These are old Tamiya wheels off a TRF 415, and the tires I used to use. These are a carpet compound. Now they're probably Pro Lines, but there's a chance they could be TRCs as well. But these are actually a carpet compound, a tire, and they seem to be working really well for this out in the street because they hook up. I'm not having any spinning issues. I haven't done anything to my front diffs. They're just straight up the grease that come in the kit, so they're basically just wide open diffs, and you can see, like, just nothing there locking them up. So this thing's open all the way around, and it seems to be working really well for me. Yeah, and what else? I was gonna try, there was a bit of talk on the messenger there on about batteries and stuff, and I did have this battery which I was wanting to use. We'll see if we can get a picture of it there. That's a Reedy 3300 racing pack. It's pretty old, but it's got really good internal resistance, like under 40 ohms of internal resistance. So it's actually a really decent pack, and it's been peaking at just over 9 volts on the charger. So only problem is it doesn't fit in the car. So if I would have thought about it, maybe I would have used some thinner bars or something like that, but I don't know if that would have helped too much. Those bars aren't very big when I built that pack, so it's unfortunate it doesn't fit in there. But down the road, I'll do a comparison between the LiPo that's in the car now, which is a Spectrum 5000 milliamp, and that battery pack in another car, just to see if there is a difference. The other thing too, if I use that pack, I'd like to take a car battery and a DC charger and do a peak charge on site when I go to do a run, because, you know, get that little bit of extra voltage for it there. Oh, and another thing, just excuse me, I'm gonna get up here. For anybody that does have nickel metal stick packs, this is a Trinity product. I don't know if you can ever find one online. So this little guy right here works magic for your battery packs. I've been using these for a long time, and I've got battery packs that are 10 years old and still probably 95% of new because of this thing right here, I think. And what it does, I don't know how it discharges, but it does it in a wave pattern of some sort, and it does it. But man, this thing will work wonders for your nickel metal battery packs if you want to run nickel metals. So worth its weight in gold if you can find one on eBay or something like that. So see if you can find one of those guys. Yeah, and other than that, that's basically my car setup. If you got any questions, let me know. Like I said, I'm running the Super Rooster right now to handle the power. I've got a couple other older speed controls, but I don't have somewhere in a box somewhere is the programming gear for them. The one is a HPI Hara Twister 2, and great speed control, but you need to hook it up to a laptop to set it up, and I cannot find my interface for it right now, unfortunately, because it is probably a fifth the size of this Super Rooster. So it'd be nice to have in the car, but you know, this one's working good right now, so we'll go with that and see how she goes. But yeah, if you got any questions, let me know, and thanks for tuning in. And then coming up and then other videos here we'll do. I've got other projects on the go, some oddball ones and some pretty straightforward ones. Gonna do some more speed runs with some of my old cars and some of my new cars, and we'll go with that and do some builds. The local club that I do stuff with, it's a scale club, and we're planning some mud bogs and things like that and dirt drags next year, so I'll be working on one of those cars here, maybe a couple. I might do a dedicated mud truck and a dedicated dirt drag truck. So got that coming up to work on, and we'll see. And thanks for tuning in, everybody. Bye.